Hey everyone, this is Heidi from the blog Hands Occupied with another knitting video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you a really easy and beginner-friendly stitch repeat that makes a super cute baby blanket or a dishcloth, like you can see in my swatch of this stitch here. This super easy baby blanket stitch can be worked over any multiple of 4 stitches plus 8. And make sure not to get that backwards. A lot of times you'll see the larger number of cast on stitches first in a pattern. In this one, it's the opposite case. So you'll cast on 4 stitches plus 8. And for demonstration's sake, I've cast on 12 stitches on the needle here. And also for demonstration's sake, I'm going to fast forward to the body, the main repeat of this stitch. If we look at the swatch, you'll see that I've worked just slip one and knit across the first 10 rows of this swatch. So there's this big fat border of 10 stitches of garter stitch, and then on each side there's a 5-stitch garter stitch border all the way around. So let me show you how this breaks down in the body of the stitch. So right here are those 12 stitches I mentioned casting on. So for the 11th row, or the first row of the repeat, we're going to slip the first stitch like so. So the yarn's going to be in front, slip the first stitch purlwise with the yarn in front, and then knit across the rest of the row, which is easy enough. And slipping that first stitch results in a chain edge, which makes the finished blanket have a nice clean look, which I can show you in the swatch in 3 more stitches. 2 more stitches, 1 more stitch, right there. Okay, so looking at the chain edge in this swatch, you can see this nice braid along both sides of this piece. Now for the second row of the repeat, just like the last row, we're going to start by slipping the first stitch, and then we're going to knit 4. So slip 1 and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first 5 stitches of the row. Then we're going to purl to the last 5 stitches. And in this short stitch count, that's only 2 stitches. And then we're going to knit 5. Okay, now turning to the other side of our work, the third row of the repeat, we're going to slip 1 and knit 4. So just like the last row started with slip 1, knit 4, this is where we're creating that wide garter stitch border I talked about a moment ago. All right, slip 1, knit 4. Then we're going to knit 2, purl 2 until 7 stitches remain, and then you'll knit 7. But since we're working on such a short stitch count here, we're just already at the last 7 stitches, so we're going to knit 7. Right here. Now turning to the other side, we're going to slip 1 and knit 4 stitches, just like we've started the last few rows. And now we're going to purl 2, knit 2 until there's just 3 stitches remaining. So we're going to purl 2, knit 2, and now with just 3 stitches remaining, we'll knit those 3. We're ready to turn to the other side again. And now we will slip 1 and knit across the entire row. And for the final row of this repeat, we will, surprise, surprise, start with slip 1 and knit 4. And then we will purl until the last 5 stitches. So we'll purl these 2. And with 5 stitches left, we will knit those 5. All right, so those rows, those 6 rows are what we're going to repeat over and over and over again across the body of the blanket to get this really cute stitch pattern. So you can see here once again, we did those 10 rows of just knitting on each side. Then we did our first row that was slip 1, knit across. Then next we did slip 1, knit 4, purl to the last 5 stitches and knit 5. And then we did stitches to create these little clusters of 4 purl bumps before coming back to knitting and purling until we were ready for those clusters of purl bumps once again. So just make sure to cast on a multiple of 4 stitches plus 8 in your desired yarn and on the appropriate needles. And this blanket, which is teeny tiny here, can grow to be a really cute and easy, beginner-friendly baby blanket. This easy to remember stitch works great at larger or smaller sizes depending on the project you're going for. If you've got other project ideas for how to use this stitch, go ahead and leave those in the comments or any questions you might have, and tune in again soon for more knitting video tutorials.